In this video I took this mute harpist hoe on a global rift tour as a full AP assassin to strum her strings and surprise some unsuspecting scrubs. This video will not end until I full one-shot someone with AP sona. For context, one of my first and favorite videos on this was a top lane AP sona video where I was quite surprised at the damage this flailing bedsheet of an enchanter can put out when you build her for murder. I felt that video needed a sequel because Riot has since changed things about her harp and how to commit homicide with it. Now it's all about rocking the Dark Harvey with the rest of these jealous supporting cast runes, then building these items for optimal one-shot ability with your blue song. Then you just spam buttons till you get a blue square that looks like this and bam, you are now a sona that Gen Z scrubs would say slaps. Oh, and that old video was unsurprisingly demonetized and shadow banned because it was before I learned that if I say f in the first 2 minutes I have to make it sound like f, and that if I wanted to stay true to my content style while still making money, I'd have to find another way to make people in the comments say get that bag Rav, like talking about Raid
Shadow Legends.
Sup babies, Rav on Raid here, leader of the Igloo crew. Here's a day in the life of someone making a raid ad. First I get my daily present from logging in and then I look to dungeons to slay a dragon. It recommends I bring a group of 5, but I told my girl I'd spend some alone time with her. And what's the worst that could happen? What can I say? She likes to get
Rav, stay on topic.
And this tab talks about all the coming soon stuff like Forge Pass 3 with new champs and things to unlock, incredible Madame Sarah skins and all these other words, not to mention later this month Death Knight is finally becoming a real champion, so use my link in the description or scan the QR to help me get my back to get free silver energy XP, a shard and Vergus a dank epic champ today. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention is that I start the little blue support sword item because I have less desire to actually lane and farm than Andrew Tate has to be driven around by a female, plus a flailing bed curtain with a harp is no match for creatures like Mr. Waternoose in full armor who will be looking to play leapfrog and pop his jacked up ACLs on you all game, so trust me, laning is not the play. Instead I opt into roaming more than a T-Mobile data plan because your jungler may think she has kills in the bag but that silly shitter doesn't even know how to turn into a dragon yet, so I open my first concert with the green song, then eventually the wind shitter pisses off because Yone mains prob listen to Old Town Road on repeat or some dumb shit, as Deer proves to be higher on the food chain than Dragon could have fooled me, and now I'm here with my mute dick in my hand thinking I'm not equipped to handle this colorful killer, but after a butt clenching few seconds I take the dub and certainly don't die right after. Then I come right back to center field because wind shitters and deaths have the same slogan as Lay's potato chips. Bet you can't have just one, so I come in to give him a second as Professor Akali makes a lot of commotion but doesn't accomplish much, just like his thumbnails before nabbing the kill. I float my folk music playing ass down bot cause I'm worried Shiv's gonna do something stupid like walk into a bear trap and rely on me to fling a long range tic tac at the British bitch for the kill. My top tower is getting neglected worse than the future generation of whore hump spawns that would have been aborted if Jane Roe didn't get rickrolled by Wade 40 years later, and now I have this dumb doe skipping after me, so I nab my smacky stack and then fail flash chase the corner race till. Anyways, this groggy blast furnace with legs is now chilling with me and Star Guardian Slut Muffins as he tries to hit a flash into dash only for me to break all 6 of his fucked up ankles before playing the gold song and assisting dashing Darla and taking him down. The enemy has now fallen for my blatant refusal to lane by grouping up like a row of fat useless ho-hos mid, which is music to my mute ass ears as we all get in line for some famous metal king crab legs before British Bambi has to shit on our parade by shoving roofies up our asses, which made the jittery 10D. I personally was never a fan of being told when to sleep, as the only one who gets away with telling me when it's bedtime is my mom, so clearly murder was in order as a warden to harvest some dart gives me the drop. This next clip literally felt like I was in one of those dreams where you can't accomplish a simple task. Now, in case you are in the 0% of people who go to my comments looking for a timestamp for when my sponsored segments end instead of taking 2 seconds to find it yourself and thus have skipped the runes I covered in the intro, I take Relentless Hunter, which makes me float faster, paired with the purple jam, and I'm chasing down all kinds of hoes. See Exhibit A entitled Kate's a Dead Bitch. Side note, the fawn is fed and I'm not gonna run in alone asking to compare nipple sizes, so I wait for my backup singers to accompany me so that when I play the gold song they can really help me knock the crowd dead. Fast forward, if the graphics team gave Sona ass cheeks, let me tell you they were clenched in this one, and once I see the Caribou's cavalry arrived, I make like a profanity censor and get the f out of there. Note, I do try to go back for the cow, but he chooses the path less traveled, which didn't have the purple speed boost, which gets him tied up in vines and burnt by a plant who is unironically named Tofu for you. That said, we are killing every last one of the vegan's dumb friends, so she heads into the fuckboy express, so we follow, but I count to 2 Mississippi before hopping in so that I don't come out in the middle of Zyra's angry pubes, which like a metronome was perfectly timed if I do say so myself. Gimme that 800 you fibrous whore. But these glowing intruders are breaching the base, and I'm thinking this is about to be a 2-for-1 Q Blue Boy special. And we get word that a wild windshitter has appeared up north, and thanks to this app called My Own Eyeballs, I know he doesn't have alt, as a Kali douche dashes herself out of a kill, leaving me to hit the strum and run special until I'm melee mode with Mr. Sperm Tether, who thankfully couldn't resist dancing to my golden hit, or that would have been ugly. At this point my Q auto combo was doing about half of a grown Yone's health, which was enough for an accuracy absent Lucian to get a kill. Little Miss Scottish Knapsacker comes in only to get crescendoed and cooked all before my bedtime, which allowed me to buy an hourglass, which needless to say was much appreciated. Then I kind of just ran around mashing my soggy elbows into my keyboard, emitting EDM festival colors out of my asshole until half their team was dead. Lilia is all happy hoppy, I'm so sloppy, flailing around like a flaccid dick in a hot tub, but the power of AP Sona is that I can just give her a bit of the blue, then the Brit gets the blue too, the Bambi gets more blue, and then you know what, Kate may be glowing red but she can be blue too. Mr. Waternoose's split pushing attempts are going about as successfully as my plan to grow an audience on Facebook Gaming Omega lol, but our team was in a bad spot and I knew this would be my last chance this game to get the one shot. Close but no cigar. Right, Graves, you cancelled, fuck haha, and I'm no clickbaiter, so the video had to go on. Game 2, if nothing else, shows the raw power of this pick. I'm 0-1 because dying is what you do in the 90 seconds that you lane at the beginning of the game, and then I chase down this glowing Ash looking like a hemorrhoid commercial that's a play on words, cause Ash sounds like ass and she was glowing.
Everyone's a critic.
But I knew I was gonna need gold quick to get to one-shot status. Side note, this was a 4v5 because 1 out of 10 league players are like the little gray sprinkle on a rainbow cupcake, and that one raging sperm cell was on my team this time. This is leading to outnumbered situations where Beauty and the Beast Bard is looking death in the eyes and asking for a tuggy, as Varys thinks he can do the same only to get rafflecoptered, but it must have been an ADC thing because Betty Big Tits walked straight into me a minute later too. That small depressed toddler is now tossing purple jizz bombs at people and then violently barreling herself at them to retrieve it, which didn't really vibe with the type of gentle music I'm trying to play, so she is dead, and then I unite with Master Yi to 1 ask him who hurt him enough to want to play that champ, but 2 assist shoving this chick's bow up her own dead ass. But this is where I think the value of this flailing shower curtain harpist comes in. Ludens has me never running darky stacks have every low enemy doomed, my purple songs have all the boys zoomed and the blue ones have them dead and metal boomed. Warwick is now back and must be pretending to be that little useless anorexic kid that sits in the front of rowboats and yells at the team who are actually doing shit, so I respond with some infallible logic. He's still trying to quit and go back to having his dog lick peanut butter off his pork sword, but I'm getting closer to my one shot, as with just 2 items and a sped samurai I can practically one combo the archer, and then 3 seconds later when I remember the lyrics to the blue one I jam that shit again for the double. Baby Billie Eilish comes in saying classical music is dead, so I show her what a true bad guy does.
I'm the bad guy.
Add Shadow Flame to my collection of toys and I can just run at low health losers and jam my nose onto my keyboard like some overly aggressive walrus to claim my kills. I can almost one-shot the gothic mole rat despite her ugly ass always being worth shut down thanks to Warwick's contributions, who is just determined to find all 1000 ways to die, but when the pressure is on, you know what they say. Ride a rift clit into a quick game of surprise you a dead bitch and things will be okay. One more ARAM breaks out, and despite me rocking a rare resume-worthy KDA as an AP top sona. Of course 34 minutes in the game I'm full-blown getting outstaged by just your average Master Yi player who breaks all scale records like he's on set at a Biggest Loser season premiere, which breaks the mental of these losers and channels and FF vote, giving me only a few last seconds to get my one shot.